I feel like what I'm saying adds something to the world. Like, and so, and the reality of it is we believe these lies like nobody else is going through what we going through. And this is not the truth. And so it's been pretty dope to be able to put this stuff out and for people to, run up on me and be like, yo, I experienced the same thing. I view the world the same way. I struggle with the same stuff. And so at first, very scary, but seeing the fruit of it has been dope.
Yeah. No, that's super cool. Can we talk about your album artwork a little bit? So, well, one, I want to talk about your name, Davey Asaph. Where did that come from? And then your album artwork, and then Never in My Wild's like, why did you pick that? Why was that the title track? All that stuff.
Yeah. So this is my artwork. My homie Caesar did it. Cat out from Italy. Super dope. And kind of like, so I'll just break it down. So the face is me. But you have this desert, and then you have this moon or whatever. So the desert represents just this barren, like there's no life here. And so I'm a part of my music is my faith. And so the moon represents like, I'm not to be like, oftentimes I would run into depression because I'd be like, yo, I'm not perfect. I keep messing up. I keep failing with my wife. I keep failing with my kids. I keep failing in relationships. And I believe that Jesus was perfect. And the moon represents that. I'm not called to be the perfect one. I'm not called to be the light, the sun, I guess. I'm just supposed to be a reflector of that. And you see the moon, if you get close to it, you see these imperfections, you see these craters, you see all these things on the moon. And so then you got the little city for the hair. And that just represents, you know what I mean? Like that's where I'm from. That's what's on my mind, my culture, where I'm from. And then the whited out eyes is just the same. It's just the sun. The moon coming through. Yeah. So yeah.
Did you send this? Did you have the concept, or were you just like, hey, this is the album, this is what it's about, and then he did that?
No, I was like, man, this is what I want. Okay. And he killed it.
Cool.
Never in my wildest dreams. So that's that. Davey Asaph. So my first name is David. Last name. So that's my first name. And then so I just went with Davey. And then Asaph. If you know anything about Hebrew history, King David, he had a choir director, a guy that used to write stuff for him, and his name was Asaph, and they had this whole clique of guys called the Sons of Asaph, and they created music. But him particularly, he said he basically was like, yo, I'm doing what I feel like is right. Like I'm out here, doing what I can, being the best person that I can be, or trying to honor. But I see people who are wicked, essentially, having all the wealth, having all these things. And he turns around, he's like super discouraged by that. And then he turns around, he's like, man, but I get to be with the one who created me. I get to enjoy the one who created me. And so that was like, that's me, right? Because I look out and I see like, yo, why does this person have this, or why that person have, and I feel like I'm a better person or whatever. Or like even in the music scene, it's like, man, I know rappers are talking about trash. Why are they millionaires, right? And so I ran with the name like that, and then Never in My Wildest title. So somebody tell my daughter to be quiet.
Caleb. I got you.
Thank you. Never in My Wildest. So I actually came up with the name without having a concept. And so like that, it just flashed in my head. It was like Never in My Wildest. And I was like, dang, that sounds good. It feels good when I say it. And I didn't want to go with Never in My Wildest Dreams, even though I say it on the title track. I wanted to go Never in My Wildest because there's this reality where it's like, man, yeah, like I look at my life and be like, man, there's so much that happened, and I never would have thought that I'd be married. I never thought I would have kids. I never thought I'd be in a position. But then there's also this other side where it's like, man, never in my wildest nightmares. I didn't think that I would struggle with insecurity the way I struggle with insecurity. I didn't think I would struggle with depression. I didn't think, you know what I mean? Like I could have never thought those things. And so it's like this double entendre. Right?
Yeah, I get you.
Am I using that right?
Yeah. It sounds good.
So that's where that came from. Never in My Wildest actually was the song performance. Actually, the last song I recorded for the album. Please pray for me, or shoot me a text if you care for me, cause I could use anything you can say to me. Or slide by the pad if you there for me. Feet up, chilling in the belly of the beast. I ain't gonna get got if you don't get me. Faith ain't dead, man, it's obviously working. But the man in the mirror, man, he obviously hurting. Yeah, I just need a friend. I just need a hug. Yeah. I just need a hand. Yeah. I just need some love. But I'm scared to confess it that I struggle with depression. Can't see his hand, but I can feel it if you stretch it. Sinking in the sand, but there's a plan in the desert. And I ain't got a chance if I ain't resting in his presence.
I feel pain and fatigue over me. Don't have the way to even see. But if you just show yourself, know that I am be made well. Take me up, take me up, flesh and blood, more than hell. If you don't come, then no one can.
Yeah. Look, SOS, help please. I think I'm sinking off in deep seas of Red Bull. Restless, can't sleep. Cover me, please, under heaven sheets. Trying to find the word, but there is no lingo. Please find your son, cause I'm feeling like Nemo. Free me from this space like a game of bingo. Pity party popping like cans of Pringles. Come quick, come through. Your love, what it do? No, really like what it do. Cause I ain't got the time, I just need the truth. I'm trying to trust much, I'm trying to trust you. Head hanging lower than sweet chariots. If I feel you go, then I might just go nuts. Trying to make it out, but there's no need to. Trying to make it out, but I'm no need.
I feel pain and fatigue over me. Don't have the will to even see.
But if you big it was gonna be, and so it's been surprising. It's been dope to that people resonate with that, and it kind of goes to show what I said earlier. You may think like when I wrote it, I was like just dealing with life and just depressed, and like man, I wrote that from that that state. And back in, what was it? I think it's done more. It's been crazy because that song does something to me, like I said. But back in April, I got a concussion, went in for a CAT scan. They like, yo, you got something in your brain. You got a tumor in your brain. And I was freaking out. And I was like freaking out. And I remember getting a CAT scan, and I was on the phone with my homie, and I got the CAT scan, and they said, yo, we got to talk to you back. And I knew, I was like, man, like whenever they call you to the side, you know it's bad, right? And so they like, yeah, they want to talk to you. And so like they like, yeah, you got something in there. And I mean, I freaked out just like everybody else would freak out, right? And I would listen to this song, like when I didn't have the results, I listened to this song, and can you turn me down just a tad? I would listen to this song, and then when I got the results, they was like, yo, there's like, yeah, it's a tumor, but it's not cancerous, you know what I'm saying? Like, but you gotta come and get it checked every year, because it can grow, it can start messing with you. But they like, you good, and so everybody's like, yeah, you good, like, but it's like, I gotta live with that, you know what I mean, every day. And so this song has helped me, like, to deal with that. Like, it made me really grapple with how fragile life is, you know what I'm saying? And so, I know that's a tangent, but.
No, we can tangent on this.
And but yeah, like, that song has helped me to just deal with how, the reality of just life, man. Yeah. Just like, no, life is hard sometimes, and I want to be with the one who created me. Like,
yeah. No, and I think, that's like the beautiful thing about your record. It's super vulnerable. I mean, you talk a lot about brokenness, and then, even talk about, like, your relationship with your wife, like, super, which I thought that She Mine was, like, one of my favorite tracks, because it was, like, a realistic picture of love, you know? Because it's, like, a lot of love songs, it's all about, like, everything's great, and you're perfect, and you're my soulmate. And this one was like, well, my feelings are going to change, but we're going to still make this work, you know? And I think that's the beautiful thing about art. It's like, you can be vulnerable, and people respond to that, and it, like, moves people emotionally. But, so as an artist, can you think of a time in your life, what's your most, like, vivid encounter with beauty or with, like, a piece of artwork?
Yeah, easy. When back in, what was it, 2008, I think it was, somebody, like, I was, like, listening to, like, Lauryn Hill or something, and a girl from, like,
who?
Lauryn Hill.
Okay,
Lauryn Hill.
I've never heard.
Me? Who?
from the 90s. I probably wouldn't heard them either.
I was listening to Lauryn Hill, and she gave me Lauryn Hill's Unplugged album. If you haven't heard it, like listen to it. Like it's on Spotify, whatever. But she gave that to me, and it was around the time everybody thought Lauryn Hill was going crazy, and she put it out, and everybody thought she was going crazy. And I remember getting it. I'm like, I'm gonna check this out. It's a double disc joint, and it like that. It just changed my life and view on the world. Like it was just like I was like, man, this is art. How it made me feel, how it challenged the way I thought, how beautiful the melodies were, and it was just her and acoustic guitars, which I'm like, I want to do that. And so that's why I got acoustic guitars up here. So yeah, but so it just challenged everything, and so I remember that probably, man, it just changed me.
Yeah. So like, with that, like, it moves you. It does something, and I think at Art Speak, like, we think art and beauty. There's something more, you know. So like, to you, what is beauty?
Yeah, I think simple definition is beauty is the thing that, like, if your senses could talk, they would go, ooh. That's what beauty is. So like let me break that down. So if like my wife wears a certain perfume on her skin, I'm like, I smell it, like, ooh. Or if I go to like Country Kitchen and I get like that catfish and be like, ooh, you know what I'm saying? So I think it's something that or you know what I mean, or if I'm with my wife back, I'm like, ooh, girl, you see what I'm saying? So I think that that's what beauty in my peeled back definition, most simple definition, that's what it makes the senses go. Okay.
What do you think its purpose is?
Honestly, I think that the purpose of beauty is to point to something else, right? Like, and I know that's like he's a Christian, he's supposed to say that. No, really, when I look at I'm gonna use my wife. When I look at my wife, I'm like, dang, she's fine, like she's beautiful. Like, it should make me. It should go deeper than that. It should point me to other things about her. Or if I look at my daughter and be like, man, she's beautiful. Like, she came from me. You see what I'm saying? But also, I think that so that, and then with anything like the iPhone, like Steve Jobs came up with the joint, like. It's like, oh, this is a beautiful piece of technology, but think about the person who made it. Like, they must be way more complex than the thing that was created. So, I think beauty should point to something else.
And you kind of touched on this a little bit, but like a lot of artists, a lot of musicians, particularly, like their belief system, whether Christianity, whether atheism, whatever, it influences what we do. For sure. You know, so how for you? What is that?
Yeah, like I mean, if you hear my album, I mean, like I'm not writing